What's going on YouTube? George Fit here. Welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be running you through a full day of eating on a lean bulk. So gaining muscle while staying lean. Now I started training 5 years ago and I started off and I still am an ectomorph. So a tall individual with a really skinny frame, and I find it hard to build size. So over the years I found out the best diet to build size, and I'm going to run you through that today. So first I've got to go and get some groceries because I've run out of food. I'm going to take you guys with me. Enjoy the video. Just on my food shop, guys, I'll run you through everything I got. A 1.5 litre bottle of Buxton water to stay hydrated throughout the day. I'll usually go through 2 of these in a day at least, maybe 3. Tuna chunks, a 4-pack of them. Some oats, just some original sachet oats. I find it easier to buy the sachets. 2 chicken breast fillets, some broccoli, Frylight 1 calorie spray to cook my meats in, strawberry jam, crunchy peanut butter, fat-free Skyer yogurt. So I've got a strawberry flavour and a blueberry flavour. Mexican-styled flavoured microwavable rice, some asparagus tips, 5 plain bagels, lean beef steak mince, 5% fat, and 15 eggs. In total, this come to £19.90, so under £20, and that's going to last me more than a couple of days. Little tip when bulking is to shop in Aldi's or Lidl's because it is such better value for money than the bigger brands, and you will save so much, and it can be a very expensive sport. So I always shop in Aldi's and Lidl's and stay away from the bigger brands as much as possible. Meal number 1 is going to require a blender. So I use a NutriBullet, but any blender will do. This is absolutely battered up. I think I need a new one. But in there, we're going to have 25 grams of peanut butter, 6 egg whites, 400 millilitres of semi-skimmed milk, 50 grams of cookies and cream flavour impact whey protein from My Protein, 3 sachets of oats, and the macros on that are 1,234 calories, 110 grams of protein, 100 grams of carbs, and 36 grams of fat. Now, if you didn't know already, then I follow the flexible dieting approach. So my current calories and macros are 4,000 calories, 250 grams of protein, 550 grams of carbs, and 89 grams of fat. Now, the meaning behind this, 4,000 calories is because my maintenance calories, to maintain weight, I have to eat 3,500 calories. So I always go into a 500 calorie surplus, 500 calories over my maintenance to gain weight, which keeps me fairly lean and builds muscle at a good rate. 250 grams of protein is 1.25 times my body weight in pounds. So 200 pounds I weigh times 1.25 is 250 grams of protein. Any more protein than that is going to be useless protein and stored as fat. Carbs and fat you can split how you want, but I tend to go higher carbs and lower fat because I feel better off carbs. They make me feel better, they make me train better, and too much fat again is just going to be unnecessary saturated fat, which you don't want. So I tend to go high carbs, low fat, and about a medium protein intake. I also weigh all my food on a digital scale, so if you haven't got one of these, you definitely need one if you're flexible dieting. Head down to your local supermarket and pick one up for, I think this was about a tenner. Believe me, but that actually tastes unbelievable. And it's got 1,250 calories in it. And the one that I have this every single morning. Drinking shakes is a way to grow.
Oh, you're bulking as well, aren't you?
We're doing a dirty bulk. Hey, hello. I want to get involved now. A couple of hours have now passed and I'm going in for meal number 2. I guess it's meal number 1 really, because meal 1 wasn't really a meal, but anyway, let's call it meal number 2. I like to leave a couple of hours between each meal, 2 to 3 hours, just to let everything digest through properly. However, if you can't, then it don't really matter. What you've really got to focus on is your daily calorie and macronutrient intake rather than meal timings, but it's just nice to leave a couple of hours just to let everything flush through and you actually eat when you're hungry as well. Meal number 2 is going in. We've got 250 grams of Mexican flavoured rice, 300 grams of chicken breast, and 100 grams of asparagus. We put some paprika seasoning on the chicken breast and top the meal off with some pink Himalayan sea salt. If you haven't tried this bad boy out yet, it improves your hydration and detoxes your body. I sprinkle that on some of my bigger, more cooked meals. When eating a big meal like this, it is key that you have some water by your side to help get it down. I'm gonna get this down me now whilst watching some Christian Guzman. He's got a personal problem. Let's see what his clickbait is saying.
Competition on June 9th, and other than that, I did 275 carb, I did 40 minutes cardio.
Just arrived at Beth's in Epsom. I'll come up here on the weekend, so a little bit of a change of scenery, but I'm gonna head off and train legs first and get this pre-workout meal down me. I was way too amused by this. We have got 1 bagel, 50 grams of jam and 80 grams of a banana. I always eat carbs before I work out, just some sort of light carb source. I usually use a bit of jam because it's got a bit of sugar in, so it'll get me nice and energized, ready for a big session. So time to get this down me and hit some legs. Of course, I can't forget about this beauty, the 0 calorie Monster Energy. I'll go for the white flavour, and I only use these when I need them. On a leg day, I definitely need them. However, maybe 2 to 3 times a week, the beers of the fitness industry. Just finished up on my leg session. I tend to train in the evening as much as possible because I have a full day of food in me and I feel heavier and I can lift more, and I just feel like I have more energy in the evening. So I tend to stay away from early morning training as much as possible, only usually cardio. So try training in the evening, you'll feel heavier and usually you can lift more weight, which results in more muscle growth. Time for me to head off back now and get some post-workout food in. I am hungry. Right, post-workout meal is going in. This is my favourite bulking meal. We've got a lot of protein, carbs and fat in this one because of the steak mince. So we've got 125 grams of lean steak mince, 250 grams of Mexican rice, that's a packet in there, and then 100 grams of broccoli. So I would usually use sweet potato instead of the rice, but it's just a little bit more time consuming cooking the sweet potato. So rice you just chuck in the microwave and it's done. Last meal of the day going in, we've got 120 grams of Wheatos mixed with 500 millilitres of semi-skimmed milk, which puts my finishing macros for the day at 4,000 calories bang on, 269 grams of protein, 537 carbs, and 75 fat. So I went a little bit over protein, but under on fat, so it makes up for it. I'd rather go a little bit high protein anyway since it's leg day. I didn't include these two in today's full day of eating because I had more bigger meals, but if I'm going for little but often meals, I'll usually have some tuna with some rice and a Sky Eye yogurt. Definitely try these out. 30 grams of protein, a really easy way to get your protein intake up. But there it is guys, my full diet for a lean bulk. I don't eat the same foods every day. I'll switch it up as much as possible and add variety in, but that is just a simple standard day for me. I'm a bit more flexible on the weekends and go out for nice meals. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.